in and warm yourself.
Absolutely perfect. What? Real bedrock respectability. But tell me, why do away with the center mahogany tables? Little tables, they just spoil me.
I know, but we just thought guests would prefer them, you know. Ah, this is my husband.
Ah, how do you do?
How do you do?
Terrible weather, what? Takes one back to Dickens and Scrooge. So bogus. You know, Mrs. Rawson, you're absolutely right. If you had a center mahogany table, you'd have to have the right family around it. Strong, handsome father with a beard, prolific, faded mother, 11 children of assorted ages, a grim governess, and somebody known as Poor Harriet. You know, a general, poor relation who acts as your dog's body.
Here, let me take this upstairs. Oak room, did you say? This way, Mr. Wren.
I do hope it's got a faux poster with chintz roses on it.
It has.
I don't think your husband's going to like me very much. How long have you been married?
Not very long.
Are you very much in love?
Perhaps you'd like to come up and see your room?
TikTok? But I do like knowing all about people. I find people madly interesting, don't you?
Well, I suppose I find some interesting and some not so.
I don't agree. I find them all interesting. You never really know what one is thinking of. For instance, you don't know what I'm thinking about now, do you?
What do you do for a living, Mr. Wren?
I am an architect. My parents, they christened me Christopher in the hopes that I'd be an architect. Christopher Wren. Actually, everyone knows and makes jokes about St. Paul's. But who knows? I may yet have the last laugh. I find your wife most sympathetic.
Indeed.
And really very beautiful.
Oh, don't be upset. Would you like to come up to your room?
Shall I?
Please. Oh, darling, will you please stoke up the water boiler, please?
Yeah, we'll do that.
This is one for the man, I presume.
Yes, this way, please. Come in.
I am Mrs. Boyd.
I'm Giles Ralston. Come into the fire and get warm, Mrs. Boyd.
Thank you.
Awful weather, isn't it?
Yes.
What about your luggage?
A Major Metcalf, I think, is seeing to it.
I'll leave the door for him.
You know, the taxi wouldn't come up the drive. It stopped at the gate. And we had to share a taxi from the station, and there was great difficulty in getting that too. Nothing ordered to meet us, it seems.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mrs. Boyd. You see, we weren't sure which train you would be coming by. Otherwise, we'd have ensured somebody was standing by.
But all trains should have been met.
Let me take you.
Thank you.
My wife will be down in a moment.
Thank you.
In that case, I'll go and give Metcalf a hand with the bags.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, the drive might at least have been cleared at the stove, you know. Offhand and casual, I must say.
I'm so sorry,
Ah, Mrs. Ralston.
Yes,
You're very young.
young.
Yes. To be running an establishment of this kind, you couldn't have had much experience, could you?
But there has to be a beginning for everything, hasn't there?
I see. What inexperience? You have an old house here. Are you sure you don't have dry rot?
Oh, certainly not.
Well, a lot of people don't know they've got dry rot until it's too late to do anything about it, you know?
This house is in perfect condition.
Yes, but it could do with a coat of paint. Oh, do you know you've got worm in this oak?
This way, Major. Molly, this is Major Metcalf. Molly, my wife.
How do you do?
Absolutely blizzard outside. I thought for a while we wouldn't be able to make it. Oh, I beg your pardon. If it carries on like this, you're going to have 5 or 6 feet of snow by morning. Never seen anything like it since I was in leave in 1940.
Let me take this upstairs to your room.
Thank you.
Blue room and rose room, did you say?
No, I put Mr. Wren in the rose room. He liked the 4 poster so much. So now it's Major Metcalf in the blue room and Mrs. Boyle in the oak room.
Major,
Oh, sir,
this way, please.
let me open the door for you.
Mrs. Ralston,
Yes.
do you have much servant difficulty here?
We have quite a good local woman coming in from the village.
I see. And what about indoor staff?
No indoor staff. Just us.
Indeed. Oh, but I understood that this was a running concern, you know, and you did have a staff servant.
But you see, we've only just opened this place.
Oh, but I would have thought that the staff of servants was essential before starting an establishment of this kind. I consider your advertisement was most misleading. Well, am I the only guest here, other than Major Metcalf?
Oh, no, there are several here.
Oh, really? Oh, and just look at it. A blizzard, no less. Oh, how very inconvenient indeed.
Well, we couldn't have very well foreseen the weather, Mrs. Boyle, could we? May I introduce Mr. Red, Mrs. Boyle?
How do you do?
This is a very beautiful house, don't you think?
Well, I have come to the time of life when I consider the amenities of an establishment are more important than its appearance. If I did not believe this was a running concern, I should never have come here. You know, I thought that it was fully equipped with every home comfort.
There is no obligation for you to remain here if you're not satisfied, Mr. Boyle.
No, I shouldn't think so.
If there has been any misapprehension, you'd rather you went elsewhere.
Oh.
I could ring for a taxi for you to return. The roads are not yet blocked. Anyway, we received so many applications for rooms, we would be able to fill in your place quite easily. In any case, we are raising our terms next month.
Well, I'm certainly not leaving before I've tried what this place is like. You needn't think you can turn me out now. Mrs. Ralston, perhaps you'd show me up to my bedroom.
Of course, Mrs. Boyle.
Thank you.
Darling, you are wonderful.
I think that's a perfectly horrible woman. I don't like her at all. I'd love to see you throw her out into the snow and serve her right.
Alas, it's a pleasure which I've got to forego, I'm afraid.
Oh Lord, it's another of them. This way. Come in.
Come in, please. This way.
I'm afraid my car's about done, about half a mile down the road. Simply ran into a drift.
Let you take this. Any more stuff in the car?
Oh, no, I travel light. Oh, glad to see you have a good fire.
My wife will be down in a moment.
No hurry, I've got to get myself thawed out first. Thank you. Weather forecast says heavy falls expected and motorists warned, etc., etc. Hope you've got plenty of provisions in.
Oh, yes. My wife's an excellent manager. Anyway, we can always eat our hens.
Oh, before we start eating each other, eh?
Any news in that paper apart from the weather?
Oh, usual political crisis.
Oh, yes. And a rather juicy murder.
A murder? Oh, I like murder.
They seem to think it was a homicidal maniac. Strangled a woman somewhere near Paddington. Sex maniac, I suppose.
Doesn't say much, does it? The police are eager to investigate a man seen in the vicinity of Calcutta Street at the time. Medium height, wearing darkish overcoat, lightish scarf, and soft felt hat. Police messages to this effect have been broadcast throughout the day.
Oh, yes. Useful description. Fit pretty well anyone, wouldn't it?
When it says the police are anxious to interview someone, is that a polite way of saying that he's the murderer?
Could be.
Who was the woman who was murdered?
Mrs. Leon, Mrs. Maureen Leon.
Young or old?
It doesn't say. It doesn't seem to have been bothered.
I told you, sex maniac.
Hello?
Oh, hi. This is my wife, Miss Hazel.
Kate. How do you do? An awful night this. Would you like to come up to your room? I left the water hot if you'd like a bath.
You're right, I'd love to.
You know, Giles, I've got to go to the kitchen and get on with things. Major Metcalf is really nice. He won't be a problem at all. It's Mrs. Boyle really frightens me. Anyway, we've got to get a very nice dinner. Now, I was thinking of opening 2 tins of minced beef and cereal and some peas. And, mashing the potatoes, perhaps? Of course, then there's stewed figs and custard and all that. Do you think it's going to be all right?
Oh, it's going to be perfect. Not very original, perhaps.
Do let me help. I adore cooking. Why not an omelette? You've got eggs, I'm sure.
Oh yes, we've got plenty of eggs. We keep lots of fowls.
Perfect. And if you can add a bottle of cheap, any type of wine, to the minced beef and cereals, would you say? You could give it a continental flavor. Now, just show me where your kitchen is and show me what you've got. And I dare say I'll have an inspiration.
Come on. Giles, isn't he sweet, Giles? You know, he's put on an apron and he's getting all the things together. He says leave it all to him and don't come back for half an hour. Well, if our guests insist on doing the cooking themselves, it saves us a lot of trouble, you know.
Why did you give him the best room?
I told you he liked the four-poster.
He liked the pretty four-poster. Well,
Giles,
I have no use for that guy. You did not handle the suitcase. I did.
why did it have bricks in it?
It was no mate at all. If you ask me, there was nothing inside it. He's probably one of those youngsters running around the countryside bilking hotel keepers.
I don't believe that. I like him. I think Miss Casewell's rather peculiar, don't you?
Terrible female.
It seems very hard on us, you know, that all our guests should be either odd or unpleasant. At any rate, Major Metcalf is really nice, I think.
Probably drinks.
You think so?
No, not really. I was just depressed. At any rate, the worst is over. They have all arrived.
Who that?
Probably the Culver Street murderer.
Oh, 1,000 pounds. I am, where am I?
This is Monkswell Manor Guest House.
Guest house. Oh, what stupendous good fortune, madame. What an answer to a prayer. A guest house and a charming hostess. You know, my Rolls Royce got caught in a snowdrift. A blinding snow everywhere. I do not know where I am. So I take my little bag and I stagger out into the snow. And suddenly I see before me big iron gates, a habitation. I'm saved. Twice I fall into the snow as I come up your drive. But at last I arrive. And despair turns to joy. You have a room for me, yes?
Yes, of course we have room.
I'm afraid it's a rather small one, though.
Naturally. You have other guests?
You see, we've only opened this place as a guest house today.
Oh, charming.
What about your luggage, sir?
Oh, it is of no consequence. I've locked it in the car securely.
But shouldn't it be better to get all the stuff inside?
No. On such a night as this, there are no thieves abroad. And as for me, my wants are very simple. I have all that I need in this little bag. Yes, all that I need.
Well, you'd better get thoroughly warm, you know. I'll look about the room.
Grazie, madame.
But I'm afraid it might be a rather cold room because it faces the north, you know. But that's the only one we have left. All the others are occupied.
You have several guests?
Yes, we do. We have Mrs. Boyle, Major Metcalf, a young man called Christopher Wren, Miss Casewell, and now you.
Yes, me, the unknown guest. The guest you did not invite. The guest who came out of nowhere through the storm. Quite dramatic, isn't it? Who am I? You do not know. Where I come from? You do not know. I am the man of mystery. But now I tell you this. I complete the picture. From now on, there will be no more arrivals. And no departures either. From tomorrow, or even from today, we are cut off from civilization. No butcher, no baker, no milkman, no daily papers, nobody. Nothing but ourselves. That is admirable. Just admirable. Couldn't suit me better. Oh, my name, by the way, is Paravicini.
And we are Mr. and Mrs. Ralston.
Mr. and Mrs. Ralston, eh? And this is Monkswell Manor Guest House, you say? Good. Monkswell Manor Guest House. Perfect.